All right, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're Hebrew Israelites, man. Louisiana Saints out of the Lafayette branch. Come here week in and week out, to prophesy the downfall of America and do these exhortations. And before we do that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua Ba'Shem Makakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and safety and much blessings to the Yaakov that's pushing this truth out the four corners of the earth in all truth, sincerity, and diligence. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, man, we back with a, in the news, exhortation, man, because it's like the things that we're prophesying about, we take them, we see them on the news, and we take them and filter it through the scriptures, man. You got, Christians and, these Americans, they think no such thing could happen here in America because they've all been brainwashed, by that philosophy of that this is the land of the free, right? They have rights, the Constitution protects them, or that the government have to do these things. They don't have to do anything, man. You see, because the elites have no allegiance to no country, man. They just use America, as the bully, right? But every dog has his day, man. And so America is about to really, be pimped out, man. America's really about to, see a real financial crisis, a real famine, okay? About to be a famine of words, man. But we going into the famine of the food, man. Because if you got a society, where the food has been stricken, right? These people in their minds, they're gonna bug out, man. Sometimes I randomly ask people, you think you cannot eat for 2 days? And the answers that I give, I go crazy. That's right. A lot of people gonna go crazy, man.
I got
go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Isaiah 24:10 in the NLT. It says, "The city writs in chaos. Every home is locked up to keep out intruders. Mobs gather in the street, crying out for wine. Joy has turned to gloom. Gladness has been banished from the land. The city is left in ruins, its gates battered down."
That's right, man. This place is gonna be total chaos, man. How you got this place looks as if though, this is where you want to be, or you can be anything here. All right, we making money, we chasing the bag, my OnlyFans, fuck on my Cash App, and all of this, that, and the third, man. All that's gonna come to naught, man. It's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be martial law. It's gonna be, these 6'4", guys coming kicking doors, man. It's gonna be all types of craziness going on, man. And it's gonna be justified because the prophets of the Lord came out and warned you, bro. It's gonna be a crime for wine in the street. Not talking about liquor. Not talking about Josh or whatever the case, whatever you drink. It's gonna be talking about this word, man. All right. It's gonna be crying out for the word of the Lord, man. But it ain't gonna be there because you're gonna have a famine of the word, man. Okay?
Yeah, a lot of things are gonna be simultaneously going on, man. Mm-hmm. All right, famine, calamities, tribulation, inflation. All right, mass death, mass violence. Okay, martial law. All right, warlike. Okay, draconian laws are gonna be set. All these things are gonna be happening simultaneously. That's going to render America, all right, unshakable, all right, unshake-backable, if that's a word, man.
Unshake-backable.
So we know the society is going to be totally engulfed in flames, man. This American society and the philosophies therein, and the Lord is sending warning signs. Like if you got something that's gonna, like if you have cancer in your body, the Lord will send you different warning signs. They're called symptoms, all right. So the society is spiritually getting symptoms, and the symptoms are declaring that, hey, you're in stage 5 cancer, okay? You have a little bit of time left to live. Go ahead and get your fun in. What they say, fulfill the will of that bucket list. You got a bucket list? Go ahead and do that, man. You got it, brother. And I got that Lamentations 4.
That's right, man. All right, because it is written in a place where it goes into the birth planes. Oh, look right here. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 35. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord, man. Okay, he says, understand them, these servants of the Lord. All right, because what it speaks about in what Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, that we're not the children of the night, we're the children of the day. Right? We know what season that we're in. Okay, It says, behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in her 9th month bringeth forth her son. Within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Going back to the symptoms that the brother was talking about. All right, great pains pass a woman to let you know, look, I'm getting ready to have this child, man. Great pains called contractions. Okay. It says, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. The brother was going into how they're going to be simultaneously a lot of things going on, man. All right? And it's not going to slack for a minute. It's not going to slack for a second, man. All right? And that's why I see, which is a beautiful thing. It says, here, back in 35, it says, hear these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. That these things are going to be going on, and we're going to be in these things. Okay? It says, verse 39, even so not the plagues, so like even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. You see, so it's gonna be, and it said the world, man. You know, so this is gonna be a world main event. All right, these plagues that's gonna befall, you know, the world. Okay, not just in America. America gonna get it the worst. All right, because America have never seen such, you know, catastrophes. All right, such atrocities.
Yeah,
America never experienced such things, man.
That virgin daughter, Babylon.
Virgin daughter Babylon ain't never been popped. Ain't never been handled. Go ahead, brother.
That's right. Hey, and just to back the brother's point up, this is John 16 and 20. I'm gonna start at 20. Yahweh Shai speaking. It says, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice. And ye that shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy." Why? Because ultimately, all right, the Lord is going to keep us from that hour of temptation, but this tribulation that's going to hit the planet Earth, it has a name in the Bible. And that name is what? Jacob's trouble, man. All right? And we have to dwell with the spirit of the Lord in Jacob's trouble, or otherwise we'll be taken out, man. We'll be given onto these things that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has set for the world, man. All right, to judge it, okay? Because we know that Israelites are scattered across the 4 corners, man. That's why the Lord is doing these certain things, all right, in diverse places, man. All right, but it says, verse 21, and this is just backing you up in 2nd Ezra. It says, "A woman, when she is in travail, hath sorrow, because her hour is come. But as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembereth no more the anguish for joy that a man is born into the world."
That's right, man. Okay, because when these when these calamities come up on the earth, if you're not rooted in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua and say some of these things affect your family, and man, you're gonna lose it, man. If you're not rooted, you're gonna lose it, bro. You know, you think it's not just about coming out here bringing out precepts, not just about making this verse tie to this verse and whatnot. You gotta really believe in this thing. You gotta really believe in these words, man, because you're gonna be put in situations, man. That famine is going to affect us all. Okay, you see, but at the same time,
you will be tested, man.
That's right. The servants of the Lord are gonna eat, man. You're gonna be tested. Say you go 3 to 7 days without eating, man. Okay, think about that. You know, but Esau, he got the sea here lined up, ready to go, shelter, okay, food, okay. You say you got a child or whatever, hungry and whatnot. Hey, man, the Lord gonna take care of his men. But at the same time, you're going to be tested, man. That's why the scripture says, he that endured to the end shall be saved. All right? So we got a clip.
Can I make this quick point?
Go ahead,
Hey, and just to back the brother up, it says, "A woman, when she is in travail, had sorrow because her hour is come," man. Why? Because that woman is ultimately going to deliver that child, man, that man-child, which is Yahushua, man. Likening that woman unto the nation of Israel. So ultimately, each and every one of us, if we claim that we are the hopeful elect, we got to deliver for the Lord, man. We got to deliver, all right? In the moments, in the seconds of time, when the clock is winding down and you got 0.5 seconds left, that's enough time for one possession, man. You got to deliver, man, for the Lord, and watch the Lord work. You got it, brother.
Check this out. This is Ecclesiasticus 7:25. It says, "In the day of prosperity, there's a forgetful of affliction, and in the day of affliction, there's no more remembrance of prosperity." All right. So right now, man, say like Jacob come up on some bread, but every rapper says that I ain't never had shit, right? But when they got that money, they're not thinking about what they went through, man. They're not thinking about that. But it says, "In the day of affliction shall no more prosperity, no more remembrance of prosperity." So whenever the Lord come down, and the Lord send His plagues on this planet Earth, it ain't gonna be no remembrance of, how you had this Mercedes coupe or
that box Chevy you had under your garage with the cover still on it.
Yeah, you had the shorties on deck and the bottles of champagne and Chardonnay popping. It ain't gonna be none of that, man. It's gonna be crying for wine in the streets. It's gonna be crying for the word of the Lord in the streets. Right. They're gonna search to and fro for the word of the Lord, but they shall not find it, man. All right, because we've been out here laboring, bro. Laboring, Lord willing that our work is not in vain, because we want to endure to the end, man. Okay, check it out. But that's what I want to bring that out, because when affliction comes, nobody's gonna be dealing with that, man. Okay, nobody's gonna be dealing with prosperity.
Yep.
Okay,
we got it going on the comment board. GMS Memphis Ken 144 Shalom Makim Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatam Shalom. Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat.
That's right. And my servant's going to eat, man. Because look, bro, it's like, hey, like say you, and the best analogy I can use, me personally, is that when these dudes that call themselves, when they rappers, when they start off at the bottom. Ain't nobody really listening to their mixtape. Ain't nobody trying to buy their mixtape. Yeah, ain't nobody trying to deal with them like that. Even the same people who he thought was his partners don't even really believe in him, right? But when he come up, the person that's been, empowering him, and telling him to keep going, and this, that, and the third, and that could be with any situation. You know what I'm saying? That's the person who he gonna ride with. So like us, we've been proclaiming the name of the Lord in truth and sincerity. We've been telling you that America's gonna be destroyed. We've been paving the way through the spirit and power of the Lord for the Yahweh's return, man. Yeah. Which makes us servants and prisoners of the Lord.
And the Lord is gonna come through for us, man. The brother was saying before the video started, watch the Lord work. And I said I will make a little point during the lesson, because ultimately, if we're doing the will of the Lord, we're out there on the highways and byways, you attending to the flock, you charitable, all right, you calling upon their name in sincerity and uprightness, the Lord is going to take care of you, man. Somebody has to be of that elect, man. So at the end of the day, when the scoffing comes down to an end, all right, when the men of the Lord are still out there, when the Lord makes everything clear and manifest, okay, for the whole entire world to see, we're going to say, watch the Lord work, man. We watch the Lord work. He did what he was supposed to do. Yahushua is going to live up to that name. The name Yahushua means what? He deliverer. So the Lord is going to live up to that name, man. And it said in John 16, when that child is delivered of her, there's no more remembrance. So these times, we're going to look back and we're going to be like, man, that light affliction, but for a moment, man. Yep. All right? Exactly. You got it, brother. And it's some more on that. Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
That's right. And that's going to befall all you Yahweh haters. Okay? It's going to befall all you 2/3, you so-called Christians, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that can't turn back to the Heavenly Father, that don't want to turn back to the Heavenly Father. That's going to befall all you heathens, man. That's going to happen to all of you, man. Because the only people that's going to be preserved out of this is the elect, man. Because the elect has to be delivered. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what's happening, man.
That's 144,000, and that 1/3 also is a part of the men, women, and children, man.
Correct.
All right?
Correct.
So sorry. If I could just say, we are going to withstand these times, man. Imagine having a power that's backed, okay, and backing you by the Holy Spirit, man. In these times, man, the world is really freaked out, man. The world is very strange, it's weird, and it's in a downward spiral of wickedness, and nothing can save it, man. Let that house burn. All right, you got to come to the Lord. But the brother got a beautiful one on the comment board. But you want to play the video? It goes hand in hand with the video.
Check it out. This is the mayor of New York. What this was? I want to say this was published April 17th. I'm gonna play it. Hopefully you guys can hear it.
105 metric tons of carbon dioxide our city emits comes from food. But all food is not created equal. The vast majority of food that is contributing to our emission crises lies in meat and dairy products. We already know that a plant-powered diet is better for your physical and mental health, and I am living proof of that. But the reality is that thanks to this new inventory, we're finding out it is better for the planet.
So meat is bad for the planet now. Okay, so they say a plant-based diet is better for your body, which a plant-based diet is better for your body. But you got to see who's telling you this. A nigga that's tied in with Esau Edom, man, because they got laboratories where they're basically growing. It was an article that came out last summer. They was growing vegetables, but it was like, I mean, it's all fucked up, man. Okay, and even now, this devil's in rulership. Never trust thy enemy. He's telling you meat is bad, you know, right? But at the same time, he's destroying the vegetation. He's growing the vegetation to give you that got the stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? Like your brother Kyle say. They got the stuff in it, man. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, because just backing the brother up, I mean, look who the earth is being governed by, man. That's why there's a war on meat. That's why there's a war on the produce of the society, man. Because look who's governing it. You have a devil governing it, but he made a point. He said all food isn't created equal, which is true. You have clean and unclean foods, but even the clean foods that we're allowed to eat, right? In this society, he's destroyed them, man. I got a quick one out for you. This is Ezekiel 4:13. It says, and the Lord said,
start at 10, brother.
Start at 10, kind. Ezekiel 4:10, and thy meat, which thou shalt eat, shall be by weight. 20 shekels a day, from time to time shalt thou eat it.
You see? So that's basically going into what it's going to be a famine, man. It's going to be a famine, bro. It's going to be, because here in America, people eat in abundance. They go to a damn buffet. My grandmother used to take me to Ryan's all the time, man. I used to hate that shit.
Man,
all right, you know what I'm talking about?
Used to bust down the bread over there. The bread,
the rolls with the butter.
I used to remember Ryan straight about the bread they used to have.
Straight up.
I'd eat it like about 10 or 15 pieces. I ain't lying, but as a kid, just going through them, bro.
Because it was there. You know what I'm saying? And then you got little badass kids that call themselves trying to fix their own plate, wasting shit everywhere, right? So America, you know, you've been taught to glutton. You've been taught to just eat, waste food. You know what I mean? Just do whatever you want to do. You know, eat how you want to eat. It's going to be there all the time. All right, that's why these people are going to lose their mind and bug out when it's not there. When you got to eat meat by weight from time to time. Yeah. Right?
Revelation 6 says a measure of wheat for a penny. Mm-hmm. All right? And that's going into hyperinflation, man.
Which,
so like, you got it, bro.
Which is fit to happen, right? Because today, the article came out, you got 19 applications that's trying to join the BRICS nations, man. Don't forget you got Germany up in there, okay? You're going to have France that's going to join the BRICS nations, man. All right? These are all EU. These are EU nations, right? A kingdom divided shall not stand, right? This is the fall of America. We see it right before our eyes, man. All right? If Lord willing, if we are the elect, we're those prophets of old seeing the fall of the place that we knew about that was going to come about in the future, man. Okay? Babylon the Great, man. You see?
It says, verse 11, thou shalt drink also water by measure, the sixth part of an hin. From time to time shall thou drink.
See, from time to time shall you drink, man. You're not gonna just have water at abundance. You see, you got this bottle of water right here. I got about 50 more bottles of water at the crib. It's not gonna be like that later, man. Okay? It's not gonna be I can just go to Walmart and go get me 5 cases of water because I feel
just
like
because it's Saturday.
Yes, it's not gonna be like, oh, and your damn food stamps. Not gonna have that, man. It's either you go, and if you do, it's either the Esau's gonna have it to where you have to take to see him. All right, you have to conform to the society to get these incentives, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me read this in the NLT. It's a banger. It's Ezekiel 4:10 in the NLT. It says, "Ration this out to yourself." And you know what rationing means, right? Mm-hmm. Rationing means basically you keeping enough so you can survive. You got it, brother. You keeping enough so you can survive. You're rationing food. You're trying to save it so you can have enough to survive, man. Okay, so it says, ration this out to yourself. 8 ounces of food. You got it, brother? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Ration. A fixed allowance of provision or food, especially for soldiers and sailors or for civilians during a shortage.
Right. So you're saving enough that you can survive on, man. Okay, so it says ration this out to yourself. 8 ounces of food for each day and eat it at set times. Because that's also a part of rationing. You eat it at a certain time so you could cover the hunger, man.
Look,
all right?
You got it, brother. It's 8 ounces of food. Jake could sit his ass down and eat a 16-ounce steak.
3 times a day.
You see? Jake could sit his ass down and eat a 16-ounce steak, bro. So, but that's 8 ounces of food a day, man. Okay? Yeah. Not necessarily saying, oh, that's what it's going to be, 8 ounces of food. It's giving you, a number. Just not think about that. What if it's 2 ounces, 3 ounces?
Right. What if it's 8 ounces, but you got 4 people?
Yeah.
5 people, 6 people.
They gonna. What's gonna happen is that you're gonna be them 4, 5, 6 people gonna understand family ain't something. Blood ain't thick anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. They gonna family. They gonna realize family ain't such family these days, man. All right, everybody gonna go to this cannibalistic state in the sense of I gotta get me. I gotta get mine. For me and mine. And then when he betray the next man for him and his, he's gonna betray his for himself.
Look, the Lord about to tell you how worse it's gonna get. It says, all right, verse 11, then measure out of a jar of water, Ezekiel 4:11 in the NLT, then measure out of a jar of water for each day and drink it at set times. Prepare and eat this food as you would barley cakes. While all the people are watching, bake it over a fire using dried human dung as fuel, and then eat the bread. Then the Lord said, this is how Israel will eat defiled bread in the Gentiles' land to which I will banish them.
You see, and that's going into how we eat our defiled bread here today, man. All right, it's all tainted, they got all types of chemicals and everything, trying to destroy us, man. But it's hard to destroy a God. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that we're the Most High or anything like that, but Psalms 82 says that we are likened unto gods, man, to the other nations, bro. And see, Esau, Edom, he know that. That's why he put all these chemicals in the cereal, in the milk. You ever seen how milk is made out? Bro, look that up, how milk is made, man. All right, it's just like, it's so fucked up, bro. And that's how this is what he does, bro. He's waging war on the children of Israel, no matter who he has to take down with him. Okay?
Yep. In that documentary, Forks Over Knives, they go into like the American eating culture. Like they go into the different McDonald's and the fast food chains, and then they do it versus like other countries. All right, and they had some Moabites, and the Moabite was like, the American diet, 1 meal here, 1 meal there is enough here for 6 people, 5 or 6 people, man. She was like whole family, basically. She's like the whole family. All right, so that just shows you how American in that westernized mindset, it'll have you eating 3, 4, 5, 6 meals a day, snacking in between. All right, consume. Consumerism is a heavy demon in America, man. just to eat, just because you can, just because it's there. You know, you got it, brother, and I got that limitation. Like, I got a word.
It's like, see, I see it sometimes with my damn children. Like, just eat damn chips just because it's there. Drink the Kool-Aid because it's there. Nah, man. And and then going into the times that's coming, the famine, you have to be built up on fasting too, man. You don't think that you're gonna get through Jacob's trouble without fasting, bro. You know, I'm speaking as a man. Don't think that you're gonna get through Jacob's trouble without fasting. Okay? Because, hey, shit. One way that this devil, you know, take down a society is to, you know, take away the food. All right, because if he controls the food, then he's going to control the people. If you're hungry enough, you're going to do exactly what this devil wants you to do. Yep. Okay?
Hey, all right, we're going to... This from the brother GMS in his lightning. Shalom, Mike. Y'all Shalom, brother. All right, it's GMS in his lightning. Job 5:21 in the KJV. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Verse 22. At destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth.
See, it says, in destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, because your faith is going to be on. The Most High is going to sit up there and deliver you out of so many situations to the point to where you're going to laugh at shit.
Laughing at famine?
You laugh like, shit. Like,
really? You know what type of spirit you have to have?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how high you have to be built up to the creator, man, or the foundations of the earth, the heavens, the sun, the moon, the star, man. He's connected to us, man, and we believe that we're those men, man, humbly. All right, from the apostles on down to the least of us, we believe that we're those men coming back and are going to be in these desperate pandemonium times operating in the spirit of the Lord, man, as gods on the earth again, man. So I got one too,
and then see, touching on that, like the faith you're gonna have. And then the faith and trusting in the Lord goes hand in hand. All right, because you're gonna laugh because we're trusting the fact like that doesn't like y'all see like because I'm like my little brother now my biological brother he hit me up questions about the Bible now, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, haha, yeah, nigga, you know, but like in situations like that, I'm like, man, y'all don't see what's going on with the food. They're like, shit, like okay, call me out, Shabna. It is what it is, you know, because this is we want this. We need this, because if this doesn't happen, then the kingdom of heaven can't be ushered in, man.
Right.
It's written in a place where it says the place that is sown with wickedness, the kingdom cannot come unless the places that are sown with wickedness be moved out the way. I'm gonna find it, but you got it, brother.
Man, I just want to just make a point on that latter end. Job 5:22 it says, neither shall thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, because that's a side of it too. All right, you got newly created creatures, you got teeth of wild beasts, all right, that lay on sore strokes. Let me get that real quick. All right. Mm-hmm. That's a side of it too, man. When the Lord said we're not going to be afraid of the beasts of the earth, man, you know what type of creatures they have lurking and newly created creatures that the Lord is going to put out on the earth in these times, that you have to have a certain spirit to not be afraid of those things. That means we're going back to the beginning, all right? That means we're returning unto the sons of God, because it tells you in Genesis, the 1st chapter, all right, about the beast, man, all right, dominion over them. Genesis, the 9th chapter, it says it goes into that as well, man. So we're returning back to those times as the sons of God, man. That's what this key indicator there, all right? And I just want to bring this out. This is Sirach 39:28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. It says fire and hail and famine, going back to that famine, calamities, tribulation, fire and hail and famine and death all these were created for vengeance.
That's right. Teeth
of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. So, just quickly, just say, man, hey, the Lord said, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. And I just want to bring out that word real quick. It's the word famine in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. All right. It says famine, okay, hunger, want of food. I'm going to just read this first paragraph. It says, in ancient times in Palestine and Egypt, famines were frequent, produced by one, want of rainfall in due season, two, destructive hailstorms and rain out of season, three, destruction of crops by locusts and caterpillars, and four, the cutting off of food supplies by a siege. Famines are sometimes said to be sent as punishments, and sometimes they are threatened as such. So it just goes into how, man, you have different types of famines, but they're all controlled by the Most High, all right, for destruction, man, for the wicked, as we read in the 39th chapter, man. And it says, famines are sometimes said to be cutting off of food supplies by siege, and that's what's going to happen here in America. Think about all the train derailings. Think about all the chemical spills, all right? Think about how they're trying to crash this place out, all right, in different angles and different ways to distract you from what's really going on, man, all right? But it's too common for you to be like, man, oh, it's just a train derailment. It's happening every other week, man, all right? Every other week they're saying what? There's an attack on food. There's an attack on meat, a war on the crops, all right? The produce of the land, man. Why? Because at a moment, that thief in the night is going to come, man, and all hell is going to break loose in this place, man. You got to believe.
And last summer, you know, it was even on the news that you had over 120 some food processing plants, you know, that was tampered with, that went down, man. Okay, that just haven't caught up with America yet. Okay, these things has happened. It just haven't caught up with America yet. All right, and they're warning you and they're telling you, hey, this is about to happen. See, that's what's gonna make it a thief of the night, because when they heard about it, they're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know they heard about it, but I can still go to Walmart and go get me some berry.
Oh, it's a rumor. It's a rumor.
It's conspiracy theories, you know, that that's bullcrap. And so a whole year has passed by, and in their mind, shit, nothing happened. But that goes back to what the Proverbs spoke about in Ezekiel the 12th chapter. Okay. Saying such things wouldn't happen, man. But this is about to happen right before your eyes, bro. Yeah. All right, it's just that you don't have no faith in the words that the Lord said, man. When the Lord brought down the societies, because his people was going off, man. All right. What that is, matter of fact,
right. In the minds of these Americans, they're thinking, man, oh, forget whatever's going on around me. Ignorance is bliss. As long as I'm getting my paycheck, as long as I'm getting my little money, my little change, forget what's happening at UPS, forget what's happening at FedEx. As long as they got me over here at Oshner, all right, and I'm getting my paycheck, oh, we good. Mm-hmm. But what happens when it hits your front door, your front step, man?
When you challenge, when you being put to the, to the pavement, man. You know what I'm saying? When it's affecting you, and look, even us, when our jobs are affected, right. When our source of income is affected, how you gonna handle that? You got to handle it according to what you've been doing in this truth, man. Because hey, look, like I said, that's the 2 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter. I say, it says, I have no need to write unto you. You know what season that you are in. Okay, check this out. This is Ezekiel 14:13. Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out my hand upon it, and will break the staff of the bread thereof, and will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beast from it. See, when the land sinneth, right? It's not talking about the actual land, man. We're talking about here today, modern time. We're talking about the nation of Israel. The nation of Israel has been transgressing grievously against the Lord, man. So what the Lord is going to do, he's going to use this devil, which is the wicked, which is his sword, right? He's going to use this devil to do what? To tamper with the food supply, man. Okay?
I got one.
Go ahead, brother.
Hey, this is Numbers 35:33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. And that's just to bring up the point that these lands were inhabiting, Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, New Mexico, Mississippi, Alabama, those lands are filled and stricken with blood, man. Blood of the Israelites, man. All right? So it's going to be cleansed ultimately with Esau's blood through those nuclear missiles, man. All right? Because this land is defiled, man. You took away the landmarks, all right? You stripped us of our natural resources in the land. You polluted it, man. All right? Like the scriptures say, you have a perpetual hatred for us, man. All right, and you share you forced the sword on us in a time when our iniquity had an end, man. And you're gonna do that, man. Revelation 12:12, man. That's why you're coming down with great wrath, with this attack, war on medicine, war on food, war on this, war on that. Why? Because ultimately, those pains are gonna hit America and render her unable to shake back, man. You got it, bro.
It's because he has but a short time.
That's right.
And see, going and see, the Lord always likened the land. The Lord likened the nation of Israel to the land, a land like going into Jeremiah the 3rd chapter. He said, if that land, if shall not that land be greatly polluted? Talking about the nation of Israel, right? So the nation of Israel is sinning very, very, very profusely and grievously here in America, man. So, what do we see that's in the news? Didn't they just have 18,000 cattle, that was killed? 18,000 cattle that was killed, man. All right. And then you got this avian flu.
I got it right here. You good?
Yeah, I believe so. All right. Yeah, man. So
I got that limitation.
all these 18,000 cattle that was that was put to death. You got all the avian flu. You got the war on chicken. See, because Esau know Jake like chicken. Okay, all these things, man. Right? Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is Lamentations 4:9. It says, "They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field."
Right. It says the they that be slain with the sword is better than they that be slain with hunger, man. All right, because what you pine away, your body eats itself away, man. Okay. So it's better to be, put to death with a 40 Glock to your dome, or be crushed by a damn elevator, or even being ate by dogs, huh? It's better for that than to die of hunger, man. That's some gruesome stuff, man. Okay. You got somebody?
Yeah, I got some.
Go ahead.
This is 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 25. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it, until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. And that just goes into the detriment of the slavery. I mean, Salakia, the famine, man. Salakia, the famine, man. It goes into the detriment, Salakia. Thinking about slavery. But 2nd Ezra 6:25 again. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it, until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. And that shows you the detriment of that famine, man. That a donkey's head, right? Sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the fourth part, 1/4
like
of a cab of dove's dung.
What the fuck type of meat you gonna get off a donkey's head?
What? Yeah, man. Right, brother. What type of society do you have to be in for it to get to that extreme? That's showing you how it's gonna be here, man. In America.
Yeah.
You're gonna be seasoning up your baby's legs, man. All right, or your leg, and grilling it, man. Because I mean, if you think about it, the American diet is BS. Like we've been going into. The average American will wake up, go to McDonald's, go to work, at lunch, go to Popeyes, get off, go to Subway. They'll go to Subway, but on a Subway sandwich, they loading it with bacon, the same stuff that they would get at McDonald's or Wendy's. Yeah. They go and put it on the sandwich at Subway. So it's like it's a repetitive cycle of a crappy diet. So when the food sources go out, you're not used to getting those easy produces to your easy access. What you gonna do? You gonna go crazy, man. I got a quick one. I think Did you bring this out? 2nd Ezra 16?
I was 16 and what?
22? I'm gonna start at 21.
Nah, go ahead.
It's 2nd Ezra 16 and 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And you seen that in America, and you see it now. You could go in the store and it's a blowout sale everywhere you go. Every store you go to, they moving or they selling everything. All right, blowout sale, 50% off, 60% off. All right, visuals being so cheap in your mind, you're like, oh man, girl, I could go to the store and get this and that. They got a sale on this. You getting bargains for this and that. But the evils are steadily growing that you're not aware of. So it says, for many of them, verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. It tells you in Revelation, it says, what? Their dead bodies shall lay in the street. That's spiritually and physically, man. All right? Spiritually, not knowing your nationality. All right? Not knowing the social power. And physically, from the hunger, the famine, the tribulation that's going to hit this planet Earth, man. Like, I believe it tells you in Revelation 2, like blood up to the horse's bridle, man. You know how much violence, how much murder is going to come to an edge. Whatever beef you have in your neighborhood, if you was beefing with somebody across town, that's going to come to end. It's not going to be no more, we just ride around looking for each other. Y'all going to meet and y'all going to square up in that day. All right? If it's gang versus gang, it's not going to be no more internet. Hey, man, let's meet up. Y'all going to meet up and go heads up in that day, man. All right? It's going to, all these things are going to come to an edge, man, and render this place. If she may be healed, heal her like it says in Jeremiah, man. Take balm for her. If so, she may be healed. If so, you got it, brother.
Ain't no such thing. Jump to verse 33, brother.
All right. 2nd Ezra 16 and 33. It says, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers.
See, and all these independent, I don't need no man bitches, right? You're going to mourn because you don't have a man. You're going to mourn because you all that feminine shit destroyed you, bro. All right? It's going to, when it's war and it's a real crisis, everybody goes back to that natural estate, man. So all these old bull dyke bitches, you're gonna be real, a true feminine that day. You see? Man, keep reading.
It says, verse 34, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine.
So when this draft come about, and you niggas is shipped over there to go fight in this war, man, hey, you're gonna be put to death, man, and you're gonna die of famine too. Ain't nobody gonna be sending you down. America is not gonna be sending packages to the Americans fighting in over there across the seas because it's gonna be a famine here. You see?
Yeah.
Jump to verse 45, I believe.
2nd Ezra 16 and 45. And therefore they that labor. Oh, can I start at verse 42?
Go ahead, brother.
I'm gonna start at 41. 2nd Ezra 16 and 41. It says, I'm gonna start at 40, Salakia. Oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. Mm-hmm. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
Right, because, hey, listen, I hope Jake don't fucking think that, because you got some Jake that's in the know, that I'm not talking about anybody in the Great Millstone, because we know that, that we're not gonna just sit in our house and Jacob Trophy's gonna pass us by like, hey, how you doing? No, you got some Jake in the know that call themselves Israelites that think they're gonna ride it out. They'll ride it out at their crib or ride it out somewhere. No, man, we're gonna have to be moving, man. We're gonna have to be moving. Okay? So my advice, speaking as a man, start getting your bug out bags ready, man. Start getting your bug out bags ready. Start doing your little exercise, man, to get your feet, and your body, kind of, in tone to where you can move around, man. Because we was all in the scriptures. It says what? Flee when you see the abomination of desolation, flee to the mountains, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay? So we would go into the wilderness. That was even the same time during the Maccabees. They fled to the wilderness. You see?
And you gotta dwell in the spirit of the Lord, man, in order to watch the Lord work, man. Mm-hmm. Okay, you gotta ultimately be on your highest holy faith, man. built upon these principles, built upon this Bible, built upon the word, built upon what you've been taught, okay, by the elders and apostles. That comes into play as well, man. All right? Outside of us teaching the Bible, we teach real life lessons, man. All right? Manly life lessons on how to be as a man, how to deal. All right? Those things are going to come into play when you're making these decisions at a split second. You have to be dealing with the spirit, man. Yahweh Shemi Shai. And or if you're going to deal with the spirit, if you're not dealing with the spirit, the flip side of the coin is, okay, you make a split decision and it'll cost you. It'll cost you everything. You act irrationally and not in the spirit, you're going to be subject to the calamities therein, man. So it's coming down to just that, man. Good versus evil, life versus death. All right?
And Jake not coming out here. Jake not coming out here just no, speaking nothing that we don't deal with, speaking nothing that we don't go through. We're not coming out here and just making shit sound good. You know what I'm saying? We dealing, you know, the Lord put us through things. Ain't you going through something, brother? You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure every brother going through something. You know? Brothers ain't coming out here and just, you know, hey, yeah, man, you got to trust the Lord. And ain't trusting in the Lord, man. All right? That's what that faith, see, right now is where the faith going to be exercised. You know? It's going to be exercised. It's going to be built up. Okay? Let me keep reading that second Ezra.
Second Ezra 16 and 41. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise, as he that had no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein.
So we're not holding fast to these earthly possessions, man. All right? We call everything as a loss, man, so that we may gain Hamashiach, man. Okay? We're not holding on to property that I bought on over here, man. Oh, I just put these rims on this truck, man. You know, hey, I just got this Tesla, you know. No, man, we're not holding on to that, man. We know that these things are going to come to naught, bro. You can't take that in the kingdom with you. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, it says, the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 43. Verse 42, he that occupied merchandise as he that had no profit by it, and he that builded as he that shall not dwell therein. And it tells you, I believe it's in the New Testament somewhere. It might be Matthew, or it says you
go down from your housetop.
Yep, to take your stuff. Don't go come out for your housetop to take your stuff, man. All right, your stuff meaning your valuables, your goods, and it's a mindset for the things you have in the world. It's not just something that's always physical. It could be that connection you have with the society, man, and who you were so-called supposed to be, right? We all have that in our minds. When we were coming up, 4, 5, 6 years old, you asked a little Kobe, little Mike, little 4, 5, 6 year old what they was gonna do. They would say, "I'm going to the league," right? And we all had something that we wanted to do in our head, but the will of Yahweh Shemi Shai had to be fulfilled. So now, what are we doing? We're prophesying. Why? Not because we wanted to go to the league, but because we were prophesying from the beginning of the foundations of the world, man. With Yahweh Shemi Shai, man, laying out the foundations, and we believe that, man. All right. So it says, you got it, brother? You can go ahead with it.
I'm going to get it. This is,
Luke 17, 31.
This is Luke chapter 17, verse 31.
Or wherever the point is.
It says, all right, yeah. It says, in that day, he which shall be upon the housetop and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back.
Right. Could you get that word stuff?
Hold on. Remember Lot's wife.
One more time,
remember Lot's wife.
Remember Lot's wife, and that's alluding to the whole idea of Lot's wife being turned into a pillar of salt for looking back at what? Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Not only looking back, but being stuck in that mindset and mentality of being in Sodom and Gomorrah, man, to those philosophies. All right. So that's likened to you not coming down to from your housetop to take your stuff, to go back into the worries and the cares of this world, man. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, I gotta go close my account at Capital One, man. I know they sieging the city, and they saying everybody get out, but I gotta go get my funds in Capital One, or I gotta go finish off my assignment at the job.
Or I gotta go check on my brother.
Yeah,
like biological brother. Nah, bro. No. I gotta go check on my grandmother and them. Nah, bro. Negative. Because I guarantee you, before all this happened, you warned them. You warned them, right? So even when Yahweh Shah told the disciples, let the dead bury the dead, man. You know, they on their own, man. You know? Not saying
we
like,
warned them, prophecy warned them.
Yeah.
They've seen the things in the world. At that point in time, there's going to be no ifs, ands, or buts. It's whether you're going to take that charagma or you're going to not bow to the image of Baal, man. Yeah. It's coming down to that, man. Either you take the charagma and float off into the nuclear sunset with all these other roundabout countries that are issuing in this digital dollar, or you stand up and face it as a man. And if it comes down to it, you have to put your head in that guillotine. Take it manfully, man. It's better than waking up every day, regurgitating these policies, regurgitating these laws of the society, man. Eating this defiled bread like we've been going into, man. It's way better than that. So do it manfully if that be it in your lot, man. Yeah. But if not, still go manfully with the Lord, man, and do His will, man. Whatever duty, whatever office that the Most High has put you in, fulfill that, man. Get in there.
It's either you're going to be in the temple or you're going to be standing without.
Yeah. Ooh, Revelations.
You can stick in finishing that
Second Esdras. This is back in Second Esdras. All right, the 16th chapter. We were at the 43rd verse. It says, Second Esdras 16:43. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planted the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they that should get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. And therefore they that labor in vain.
And are you doomsday preppers? Are you doomsday preppers, you hoarders, thinking that you got it figured out? Oh no, you ain't got nothing figured out. The Lord gonna tell you. Keep going.
Can I bring this out real quick?
Go ahead, bro.
It's just to back you up. You got it laid up for the righteous. I got it. There you go. Proverbs 13:22, backing you up. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just.
That's right, man. So all you doomsday preppers, man. It was a movie one time, long time ago. I forgot, man. I watched it like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. It was a long time. It was this, the economy was trash. And what they did was found this underground bunker that had all this food in it, bro. And they found it now. You know, we looking through spiritual lenses. You know, that was the elect. That was the treasures of the wealth, you know, laid up. The treasures of the sinners laid up for the righteous, man. All right? And that's how it'll happen. You know, you'll be hungry, you know, trusting in the Lord, you know, because that temptation to be out there, you know, we have shelter, food, you know, this, that, and the third. Just like how it was with the rebellion of in the Hunger Games. And they was rebelling against President Snow. So they had like this other shelter somewhere, you know, and they were saying, look, we have this and we have that, you know. So, but the point is that they really wanted to kill Katniss Everdeen and that dude Peter, man. So what it was is that, you know, now in this time, these treasures, because food is gonna be like a treasure in that day, you know. So this food laid up, that's gonna be for the elect, man. Thinking that you getting around, thinking it's for you, nah, man. All right, you don't have the scripture says a man making plans and he that is in the heavens laughing, man. You know, you thinking that you got your AKs and your ARs and your food, all, you know, everything. We stocked up for 4 years, right? All that's for the men of the Lord.
Got a quote. Go ahead. It's Matthew 6:31. Yeah, I'm gonna start at 30. Matthew 6:30. Yahweh Shah speaking. It says, "Wherefore, if the Lord so clothe the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed?"
That's right, man. Because hey, listen, the Lord gonna take care of his men. His servants shall eat, but they gonna be hungry. His servants shall drink, but they gonna be thirsty, bro. Even now in this time, man, you be going through something. The Lord gonna take care of you out. You good, brother. The situation look fucked up, but the Lord got you out. You straight. You know, you doing what you're supposed to be doing in the eyesight of the Lord. You are straight. You are good, brother. He exercising your faith and putting you through some shit to build your faith. Hey, there's no temptation uncommon to man, and the Lord is not gonna tempt you more than that you are able, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Hey, listen, we go through it, man. We go through it. In the situation that you're going through, something, even when the time of Jacob's trouble comes, the first thing your flesh wants to do is rise up against the situation. But you have to have your spirit in check, man. You know, you gotta have your spirit in check to check your flesh. I'm gonna say that. You know, cause yeah, man. Like when calamity hit, bro, we ain't never seen. You ever seen calamity that's like this coming? We ain't never seen that. I never seen that. You know,
a time that is Jacob's trouble, man. A time that never been before.
It never been before, man. But in the scripture says the men of the Lord gonna be stable. How is that? The Lord gonna have a spirit on those men, right? By what? Their diligence in seeking Him, their diligence in prayer, their diligence in fasting, their diligence in knowing that these things was coming, man. You know, just like how it was, Tank Davis. He knew the left hook was coming, man. So what he did, he trained for the left hook. You know.
You got one backing you up. This is Isaiah 49, and I'm gonna start at 8 in the NLT, and the title of it says "The Promises of Israel's Restoration." So during these times of Jacob's trouble, the Lord is using Jacob's trouble to restore our nation. So the time that we're about to go through, it's a restoration process from the Lord, man. It's that great temptation is going to come. The Lord is going to prove who His men are, who He's been dealing with, and He's going to restore the nation through us, man. All right, for the entire earth to see. So it says, Isaiah 49 and 8 in the NLT. This is what the Lord says: at just the right time, I will respond to you. On the day of salvation, I will help you. I will protect you and give you to the people as my covenant with them. Through you, I will reestablish the land of Israel and assign it to its own people again. I will say to the prisoners, come out in freedom, and to those in darkness, come into the light. They will be my sheep grazing in green pastures and on hills that were previously bare. They will neither hunger nor thirst. They will neither hunger nor thirst. The searing sun will not reach them anymore. For the Lord in His mercy will lead them. He will lead them beside cool waters.
That's right, man. Because what the scripture says speaks of when all Israel shall be saved, man. We're not gonna hunger or thirst for, nothing. And that's spiritually and physically, bro. It's not gonna be it's not gonna be no homeless Israelites, man.
Yeah.
This is a kingdom to come, man, after the famine, after the pestilence, after the collapse of America, which we look forward to. Okay? We're looking for the restoration of the nation of Israel, man. And those Amalekites, those Edomites that's in our land right now, those are not the true Jews, man. Okay? They are imposters. Okay?
Right. It tells you in Ezekiel 38 chapter, the land is brought back from the sword. Why would the Lord nuke that land if His chosen people were there?
Mm-hmm.
What, the Lord is not the author of confusion. All right? He's nuking that land because you have imposters there, man.
It says that.
I was looking for a better word. Imposters. What's another word for an imposter?
Edom.
Yeah.
You got Edom in our land.
Edom.
Defiling the land, man. Yeah.
That's right.
Because it says that Israel is the most alphabetical place on the earth.
Yeah, Tel Aviv.
Is the most. Yes. Okay. You think the Lord dealing with it? Hey, bro, in Israel, they're doing away with Christianity. Anything to do with the Bible. You see what I'm saying? They doing away with it over there, bro. That can't be the land, right? You see? So, hey, man, all these lies that has been told is now being exposed, man. Okay? But the exposure of lies come with the collapse of a society, Because once this devil know he's been exposed, and everybody's waking up to the fact that, hey man, the government is full of shit.
Yeah.
So that means that everybody knows I'm full of shit. Blow it all to hell, Tommy. Blow it all to hell. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna move real fast, man. Real fast, bro.
Yeah. His conscience has always condemned himself. Mm-hmm. Even going back to Cain. Well, I know the right sacrifice, but everybody knows this guy's gonna do wrong. I'm still that same spirit that was in the garden. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so now you giving off visitations. You transgression. You've been doing that from the beginning, man. Yeah. But you know what? Oh, they caught me red-handed. Just go with our move. Implement the charagma. Let's go ahead and put these places in the FEMA camp.
Yeah.
Martial law, UN troops. Mm-hmm. No food on the shelves. Mass riots, angry mobs. That's what it's going to turn into, man. This place is going to ultimately be engulfed in flames. Yahushua said it. He said, what? I come to send
fire real quick. Fire on the earth, and it be not so. I mean, somebody's already kindled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Luke 12:49. It says, I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I be? And what will I if it be already kindled? So this place is going to be brewing up for that great pit, man. All right? It's going to be on fire. And we see that, man. We see this place is getting primed up. It's getting readied up, man, for ultimate destruction, man.
Yep. And these people are just as sleep as they can be, bro. Alarm clock is, we come out here and blow the trumpet week in and week out. And these people by as sleep as they can be. Full of goddamn methadone and Xanaflex, man.
Pharmaceuticals, full of that witchcraft, dozing off back and forth, like chicken in Debo's pigeon coop, man. I mean, like Smokey in Debo's pigeon coop, man.
Yeah. Bugged out, you know?
Just going back and forth, like going through the motions, whatever it is, bro.
Yep. So this place is finna go down by famine, bro. It's finna go down. Jacob's trouble is gonna be something that, you know, we can look at how World War III, how World War I happened, World War II, man. You know, the catastrophes that's happened around the planet Earth, bro. All right, it's not gonna compare for what's to come to America, man, in the world. You know, this is like I said, Babylon is gonna get it the worst, man. Okay, and then you're gonna have the cleanup crew, which is the missiles, the weapons of the Lord's indignation. Okay, and that's what we look forward to, man, because the decline and destruction of this society is the rising of the nation of Israel, man. All right, a place governed by righteousness, real water, real food, you know, real everything, man. These probably not even real birds. Just say that, man. Just fucking around, you know. So you got something, brother?
I got a quick one. This is Daniel's 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And that time is Jacob's trouble, man. Michael, the archangel, is going to have to stand up for us today. Well, in that day, man, you know, which is vastly and very quickly approaching, man. All right. And ultimately, that's going to be a restoration for our nation, man. The time of Jacob's trouble, man, is going to be used as a period for us to be restored in the Lord, man. All right. To be given that land, okay, Jerusalem, to be given dominion over these other nations, to be given from terrestrial to celestial, from earthly to heavenly, is what I'm saying. 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, our bodies are going to be changed. Okay, verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust, all right, like it tells you in Hebrews, it says the Lord is not unrighteous to forget your labor and love. So the works of those that will wake up to life are going to follow them. The others will wake up to shame, man, in the kingdom, man. All right. And it says some to everlasting life and some to shame and everlasting contempt, man. And that's order and that's balance from the Lord, man. All right. And a part of that balance is America being engulfed in flames in the surrounding areas, just as you had in Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom was engulfed in flames in the surrounding areas, man. So that's going to be America, man. America is set between what? Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean. Okay. That lake of fire, man. Okay. for lack of better words. You got anything, brother?
I'm gonna bring this out real quick.
You got it. Start winding it down.
This is 2 Ezra 4:28. But as concerning the things whereof thou hast asked me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. So this place has to be destroyed for the kingdom of Israel, the kingdom of the Lord, to be established. So that's all I have, brother.
You got it. You can take it.
So with that, man, Lord willing, is edifying to the hopefully elect. Gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakakudas.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and safety and much blessings to the Yakim that's pushing this truth out the four corners of the earth and all truth, sincerity, and diligence. Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba Bob.
Baba Bob. Call me Ashala. Till next time. Shalom.
Shalom, brother.